Hi there, Finnish language learners, and welcome to Finnish lesson number 14 with Minna. In this lesson, we'll study the KPT consonant change, the gradation, in verb type 1. There will be quite a lot of information, so please note that as usual, I've added the timestamps in the description, so if you ever need to come back to this video or if you want to study and revise only a specific part of the lesson, you can do it easily by jumping straight at it. First of all, what is gradation? It's called astevaihtelu or KPT-astevaihtelu in Finnish. Basically, the word stem and the consonants KPT often change when we add endings to a word. This affects not just verbs but also other parts of speech. The word form is called strong, vahva, if the word has more consonants K, P or T in it. And the form which has less KPT is called weak, heikko. For example, he sleeps, hän nukkuu, has 2 Ks, and I sleep, minä nukun, has only 1 K. In this case, hän nukkuu with 2 Ks represents the strong gradation, and minä nukun with only 1 K is the weak form. At this point, it might be quite enough for you to know that this phenomenon exists, but if you are interested in studying grammar, then this is a good revision for you. Let's see in more detail what this means in verb type 1 and what are the different forms of gradation. First, we have KK, double K, which turns into 1K. And the example verb is to sleep, nukkua. As you can see, the infinitive, to sleep, nukkua, has double K. Let's see the other forms. Minä nukun, sinä nukut, hän nukkuu, me nukumme, te nukutte, he nukkuvat. Here you can see that the strong form in verb type 1 is always in the infinitive and in the third person singular and in the third person plural. So this is the strong form, and it's called strong because it has more K than the weak forms. Let's move on. Here we have the verb to read, lukea, and you can see that the infinitive, lukea, has 1 K. And what happens here is that the K disappears altogether in the weak form. Minä luen, sinä luet, hän lukee. Me luemme, te luette, he lukevat. And you can see the same pattern here. The infinitive, the third person singular and the third person plural are the strong forms. Next, let's see what happens with double P. The example verb is to jump, hyppiä, with double P, and this is what happens when we conjugate it in different persons. The double P becomes 1 single P. Minä hypin, sinä hypit, hän hyppii, me hypimme, te hypitte, he hyppivät. So you can see that the same pattern is repeated here. Let's see what happens with single P consonant. We have a verb to agree, sopia. And here you can see that the consonant P changes into V. Minä sovin, sinä sovit, hän sopii, me sovimme, te sovitte, he sopivat. And the same pattern is repeated here. The infinitive, the third person singular, and the third person plural are the strong forms. Let's see what happens with double T. The verb soittaa can mean either to call or to play an instrument. And here you can see that the double T changes into one single consonant T. Minä soitan, sinä soitat, hän soittaa, me soitamme, te soitatte, he soittavat. And again, the strong form follows the same pattern. If the infinitive has only one T, let's see what happens. It changes into D. We have an example verb here, pyytää, which means to ask for something or to request, and this is what happens. Minä pyydän, sinä pyydät, hän pyytää, me pyydämme, te pyydätte, he pyytävät. And next, let's take a look at some other consonant combinations in which gradation happens. Let's go back to consonant K. Here we have an example of the verb to close, sulkea, and we have letters L, K, E. In the weak form, the K changes into J. Minä suljen, sinä suljet, hän sulkee, me suljemme, te suljette, he sulkevat. The same change happens if we have the consonant combinations R, K, E. In this environment, the K changes into J. And again, you can see that it's the infinitive, the third person singular and third person plural, which have the strong form, meaning that there is more K in these forms. One more example of gradation with the consonant K is this one here, when we have NK. K changes into G. And the example verb here is onkia, to fish. Minä ongin, sinä ongit, hän onkii. Me ongimme, te ongitte, he onkivat. And again, these three forms, the infinitive, third person singular and third person plural, they have the strong form. Then we'll take a look at what other changes the consonant P has. Here we have the example verb to hesitate, empiä. There is actually another verb for to hesitate, and that is epäröidä, but this one is also used. With MP, the P changes into M. Minä emmin, sinä emmit, hän empii, me emmimme, te emmitte, he empivät. And again, the same pattern is followed here with the gradation. And finally, the last three examples deal with the consonant T. When we have NT, the T changes into N, as in the verb to carry, which is kantaa in Finnish. Minä kannan, sinä kannat, hän kantaa. Me kannamme, te kannatte, he kantavat. And another consonant combination with the consonant T is LT, where T changes into L, as in the verb to deny or to forbid, which is kieltää in Finnish. Minä kiellän, sinä kiellät, hän kieltää, me kiellämme, te kiellätte, he kieltävät. And as you can see in both of these, the strong form is the infinitive, third person singular and third person plural. And the final example of gradation with the consonant T comes here. In consonant combinations RT, the T changes into R, as in the verb to tell, which is kertoa in Finnish. Minä kerron, sinä kerrot, hän kertoo, me kerromme, te kerrotte, he kertovat. And again you can see the same pattern repeated here. The infinitive, third person singular and third person plural have the strong form. You will also need gradation when you are using the negative form of these verbs. Let me show you an example of that. The verb to know is tietää in Finnish, and it has the consonant T, which changes into D in the weak form. As you can remember from the previous lessons, to form the negative verb, you need to first take the first person singular and then remove the last letter from it. So we have tiedän, and you'll take the N away. After that you are left with the form that you'll be using in each person. Here you need to conjugate the negative word. Minä en tiedä, sinä et tiedä, hän ei tiedä, me emme tiedä, te ette tiedä, he eivät tiedä. There is one more thing you should know, and it's this one over here. The consonant change doesn't happen with the following consonant combinations. So here you have K and T, and yet there is no gradation. Let's read these ones as well. Leuhkia, to boast. Minä leuhkin, hän leuhkii. Maksaa, to pay, to cost. Minä maksan, hän maksaa. Laskea, to count. Minä lasken, hän laskee. Ostaa, to buy. Minä ostan, hän ostaa. Itkeä, to cry. Minä itken, hän itkee. Etsiä, to search. Minä etsin, hän etsii. So this is all for now. I'll leave you once again with the summary of all the different gradation forms. And once again, strong means that there is more KP or T, and weak means that there is less KPT in the word. Thank you for watching and see you soon.